Halloween from Chessington World of Adventures, and we are finally at Halloween. We're finally at HOWL'O'WEEN. Halloween at Halloween. That's a bit of a mouthful, we won't be using that one. Now then, we've come to Chessington World of Adventures today for the first time this year to experience the Halloween celebration. First and only time, to be honest with you. With tickets being quite tight, this is the day we booked for, and I have the eldest. The youngest is a bit sick. I know it's not virus related before anyone asks. But he's unfortunately ill, so he's not joined us today, is he? But to be quite honest, he's a bit of a coward when it comes to going in the mazes. So the fact that we have booked Creepy Caves Resurgence later, haven't we? Yeah. For 3:30. And we're really looking forward to that. And along with Creepy Caves, we also have the Forgotten Forest over there, which is a new walkthrough experience. Previously, Trick or Treat Woods was home to kind of inhabitants, spider people and all kinds of people in there that would talk to you as you go, and you would take either the trick or treat route. Now there are going to be no actors present in there at all. It is a little walkthrough, little forest walkthrough, which we will be experiencing today, and we will be going through. We're hopefully going to go through it when it opens at 12 o'clock, and again when it gets dark. We are planning to stay until it gets dark. People always say to me, never stay till we get dark at these parks, and that's because it gets so busy, we get a bit frustrated, and we get everything done, and we go. But not today. We are going to hang around today, have something to eat, enjoy the festivities. In addition to that, there is an Elmer show going on as well on the old arena stage. In addition to that, there is also Rides Come Alive. Now we've noticed Rides Come Alive in Rainforest, Tomb Blaster, Rattlesnake, and Vampire, where there will be actors in there, not to kind of, you know, scare you, but to have some interaction scares with probably the younger people. It's a 1-star rated event, if you will. But if you're going on any of those rides, you're going to experience that. Begs the belief why they put it in Rattlesnake. Bear in mind it's a 1.4 ride. However, we're going to go and experience that as well. We will definitely be going on the Vampire later on. We're saving the Vampire for later on. And of course, the Forgotten Forest over there as well is also a 1-star. Now, funnily enough, there are no 2-stars that I've seen. No. And the 3-star is Creepy Caves. Now Creepy Caves is undoubtedly a stunning attraction, stunning maze that we've done for the last couple of years and really enjoyed it. It's only ever ruined when people think it's all right to take 4-year-olds through it. It's a £5 upcharge at the park, which actually is quite cheap, bearing in mind that the other parks are charging £10 for their mazes this year. And it is also going to be a very different experience as you are entering down the exit, which means the storyline must have changed. Whilst I wouldn't expect too many props inside the run to change, I would be expecting something new from it. So really looking forward to that, aren't we? Yeah. 3:30, we're really looking forward to that. We want to go on some rides as well. The park's not long opened. We have done Dragon's Fury. We run straight to Dragon's Fury, and I'm glad we did, because when we came off it had an 80-minute queue, and where it's just curtain eye on it, sitting one side, we got a furious spin. Absolutely furious up to the second lift hill. We didn't quite catch it right coming off the second lift hill, but it was a ridiculous spin. So welcome to Chessington World of Adventures 2020. This is Halloween, and we can't wait. We can't wait for Creepy Caves, and it will probably be our last maze of the year, because we've pretty much done all the other parks, so Creepy Caves is going to be our last maze of the year, and I simply can't wait. Thank you for joining us today. Please remember to like and subscribe. We are trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know quite how that's going to pan out, but we are trying. We are desperately trying, and we are obviously still traveling and bringing you videos during this difficult time, and I just really hope you're enjoying them. You know, we're staying safe. We decided to do the opening of the video here, so we didn't have to wear a mask, so it could be a bit more open. But we are wearing masks as the day goes on. We've got some rides to do, we've got some Halloween to experience, and hopefully it gets dark before 7 o'clock and we can show you some of the park in the dark, because Chessington really does light up very nicely at night, especially the Santa Claus over there. He lights up really well. But welcome to Halloween. Let's go. We finished down on Dragon's Fury from our sort of where we were on the bench, and we've headed over to Rattlesnake, and Rattlesnake was only a 10-minute queue, which I'm quite happy with first thing in the morning, to be honest with you. Flying around the track, it's a bit drizzly today. Rattlesnake flying around the track, it was great just having me and Kurt just sort of having our own seats, so we didn't have to squash in. We then headed down to Vampire, but Vampire queue is quite busy at the moment. So we're going to head back towards Tomb Blaster, but look how they've done this area, look, just while we're here. Kurt creating some photos for us as well for the website. But yeah, it looks really nice, doesn't it, Kurt? Yeah, looks really nice down here. So we're going to head up now to Toon Blaster and see what it's like around there. And also as well, if you're watching this, there will be an update for the croc drop. So you can go and have a look at that if you want to see the progress on there. And there is quite a lot of progress on there. We're kind of taking it easy today, to be honest with you. We don't need to rush around. Cody's the one that doesn't particularly like walking a lot. Kurt and I don't mind too much. So we're really sort of soaking in the atmosphere. Soaking in the atmosphere, Kurt.
Yep.
So we've just come off their Toon Blaster. It's not alive quite yet. Very shortly it's going to be alive. We didn't wait very long for it. It was late opening today, so by the time we got there, actually it didn't have much of a queue. Now it's worth noting that Fury is only running 4 trains today, isn't it?
Yes.
4 trains for Fury, and Toon Blaster is only running 3, and I have to say the loading on both of them is a little bit sluggish, taking into account it's a weekend day, especially Toon Blaster. Taking into account, obviously, it is a weekend day for Halloween. But Rattlesnake's actually running more cars. Rattlesnake's got 5 cars on. We got on and off there really quick, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we are going to head round now to Tiger Rock. Now, one interesting thing I want to say about Toon Blaster, and I forgot to mention this in the Alton Towers vlog when I went to Scarefest, is that when you sit on Duel and you sit down in the station, I didn't realise, and some of you may know this, it'd be interesting to see if you do. I didn't know this, but when you sit down, right above your head, above the kind of archway to enter, when you're sitting in your car to go into the main part of the ride, is 4 little dots. And I have to say, those 4 little dots, I knew they were sensors. I thought that's what switched the gun on. But it's not. I think it's a test target. I didn't know this. It is a learn every day. And when you hit that test target, the massive red light next to it flashes across the station, right across the side. So next time you go on Duel, make sure you just continuously shoot it. It really annoyed me, and I was the one shooting it. So imagine what it's like. Imagine what it's like for everyone else, Kurt. Imagine what it's like for everyone else. But it was really annoying me. But you can just sit there, continuously shoot it, and it flashes off red. If you knew that, let me know, because you know, I don't proclaim to know everything. I really don't. And that was new to me, and I found that out by pure accident. Pure accident. But if you knew that, let us know. And if you didn't know that, let us know if you're going to give it a go next time you go to the park. Now, we had a great time there on Toon Blast. That's really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Highest score, 67,000. For me, 55,000 for 52. You. 52,000. Sorry, Kurt. I nearly did you out then. Did you over? It was quite interesting, actually, because there was a guy in front of us. He had a vampire bag on. And he asked the attendant, they were actually at the front to go on the next ride. And he asked the attendant to go in row 4, because apparently he's heard from one of the online groups, I don't know which one it was, to be fair,
I don't know,
that row 4 is the score you can get best score at. Again, if you've heard this, let me know. But I mean, I got 67,000 in row 1, 63. And he got 63. But let me know your highest score on Toon Blaster when it hasn't broken down in its current state. And let me know as well, is there preferred row? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Interestingly as well, because we haven't really discussed the changes on the targeting for Toon Blaster. It used to be really easy to work out. It was red 25, blue 50, and yellow 100. But you can't work it out anymore.
Some of them are 10.
So all the ones that are off, so if you don't know already, all the ones that have been switched off, and it is part of the ride they've been switched off, still register 10. Obviously you have to leave a gap in the middle because they're not ones you can continuously shoot. But they register 10 points. You can get sort of 300 points before getting to the top, quite easily. Kickstart your way. But where now the lights on them are actually part of the the ride, they don't just flash different colours anymore. Some of them are all red on the wall and it's very, very difficult to see. There's no real sort of, I haven't worked out a guide yet for Toon Blaster.
I still went for all the ones that flash yellow.
Yeah, I mean, I went for the ones that flash yellow, but funny, on the last one, they all flash red. And I swear I was earning 150 a shot, but I don't know. I don't know. Again, let us know below. Get involved, let us know. Land of the Tiger is our next stop, and we're going to head round to Tiger Rock. I'm not expecting it, given the weather, to be that popular.
I don't think not.
Can you see me, Kurt? Can you see me? I don't.
I'd like to think so.
Who can see me? Oh, they can see me. Someone can see us, Kurt. Someone can see us. Right, let's head round. It is starting to look a lot better here now around this dragon with everything sort of built up. In fact, it looks fantastic around here. Autumn is my favourite time of year. The way the leaves go, yeah, I know it causes them quite a lot of problems in clearing it up. We've seen quite a lot of staff clearing it up today. But just looks absolutely fantastic. I just love it. I love the way the leaves go in autumn. Autumn is my absolute favourite time. And we're going to head on to Tiger Rock. This little area around by Tiger Rock here, look. This seems to be the local wear shops. We've got Dodgem's car in there. I don't think those wheels are from there, and I don't think that's from Tiger Rock either. I wouldn't mind betting, Kurt, that's from the Monkey Swinger. That's a great little look into the little yard down there then, wasn't it, Kurt? Quite a little look through there and seeing one of the Dodgem's cars just abandoned. Now then, what we hadn't realised is I think when this ride was taken down and it was lowered a couple of weeks back, wasn't it?
Yes.
That they've actually removed all the chains that they weren't using. So all the middle chains have gone, completely gone. So rather than having them taped off, and I'm guessing they had a lot of people try and sit in them, you can now use every single seat on here, no problem, and it's been reduced. Which I think is a great idea.
It is.
Absolute great idea.
A lot of sense.
It does make perfect sense, yeah. And
every other park's probably do the same.
Yeah, to be fair, you got to be wondering why other parks haven't done the same. I'm not going to mention parks where we had a problem on Wave Swinger this year, but I have to say,
What's the only problem?
what a great idea. What an absolute great idea. Also helps with capacity because they can just count people in now a little bit easier, and it helps with the people sort of finding their way to the seat. And you know, as long as people don't swing too badly, you're a good metre away. Bit surprised you don't have to wear a mask on this one.
Yeah.
But you know. Now we're not riding this today, Kurt. Why are we not riding this today?
Because the sprays are on.
And
it's
yeah.
already like spitting on and off.
Oh yeah.
It's not exactly the warmest.
It's not the warmest. It's quite cold. It is drizzling. I said it was raining, but it's actually drizzling, isn't it? It's drizzling. But it's a constant drizzle. It's Cobra currently with a 30-minute queue, Kurt. It is loading incredibly slow. Yeah. So it's a good ride actually on Tiger Rock, wasn't it? Nice little one on there. I actually got quite wet on that, where Kurt didn't. I decided to sit in the back. Never let it be said that the back is the best place to sit, because I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. Now then, it's just gone 12, so we are going to head down and we are going to go and have a look at the Forgotten Forest.
Yes.
Which is the new walk through a maze for this event. And at the end of the day, we're here for Halloween, so it's probably not aimed at us, Kurt.
No.
But
we're going to go in anyway.
We're going to go in anyway. And we're going to take you around for the journey, hopefully we can film in there, and we'll take you around for a journey, as our Creepy Caves isn't until later this afternoon. So we're going to head down there, and then we're going to check out some of the live ones. The rainforest, I think, will be an open one, a nice easy one to do. We're not going to go into sea life, but we do want to do Rattlesnake and Vampire, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to do Rattlesnake and Vampire as well. And you know, I can't wait for night, because the lighting, I think, is going to be amazing. So Nitro Genie, by the way, is now Dragon Delights.
Yeah.
It's a sweet shop. Basically, it's a sweet shop. And we thought maybe they'd gone bust during this pandemic. However, Fort Parks is still open.
Yeah.
And so is Alton Towers. Alton Towers is also still open. So, just obviously isn't working out very well at Chessington. But not to worry, Kurt, because Ben & Jerry's is coming today.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, Ben & Jerry's is open. The panic is over. Some of the theme here at Chessington really does seem to have picked up a bit this year. We've got some lovely green cloth rather than just the white. As you can see, this is the Rainforest Live. So this is a one-star interaction with the children. With the children, Kurt, in you go. Picture. Okay, with the younger children. She doesn't look that much younger than you.
Yeah, she does.
Maybe. But there we go. This is the I'll try not to there's some lovely interactive people. Look, the area come alive. Yeah. A nice little cat. Look at it, poor thing's missing some skin.
That's a good looking cat.
Yeah.
I think it's the cat.
So suitable for all ages, and they are interacting with the people. And then again, yeah, I mean, I'm already a massive fan of the decor in here, obviously. And you add in the wonderful little cobwebs they've done. I love the fact they're green. It's like some real thought went into it, Kurt. It's genuinely like some real thought went into it. I think it looks fantastic.
It looks nice anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this. I hope it doesn't peel too fast and we end up with that horrible blue back underneath again. A few touch-ups. I think there's a few touch-ups that need to be done in the rainforest during the closed season. But other than that, I really enjoy it. I really like the area. Yeah, I really like the way it's come together. Yeah, love it, love it. We'll make sure we're on the left, Kurt, and then we'll come out. So yeah, quick walk through there, the rainforest. That's your live people there interacting with the little ones. We don't need to interact with those, to be fair. We have seen one or two walking around, but we are going to experience rattlesnake, and we're going to walk past rattlesnake in a minute, but we're going to experience rattlesnake and indeed experience the vampire one as well. I think it'll be quite good, Kurt.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah. Forgotten Forest, Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're going round. Thank you. We've got the markers on the fence along here as well, but it doesn't look like it's particularly busy. So we're going to have a little walk around, a daytime walk around, Kurt.
Yeah.
A daytime walk around at the Forgotten Forest.
Yeah.
And as we said before, we know the lighting at Chessington is really, really good. So I have to say, I do think it will come alive at night.
Yeah.
I do think it will come alive at night. We'll wait patiently as we enter the forest.
And the trees still listen.
Forgotten Woods, Kurt.
A mist has formed upon us, fearing the eyes of each.
Now then, bear in mind you've never been able to film in here. This is what the trick or treat sort of looks like with this. And there would have been two ways to go. There would have been a trick route and a treat route.
But usually you come out down there with them.
And usually you come out at the bottom. This one actually loops back on yourself to come around here.
You may see them at high.
And then this is reused again for... Oh, look at those, look! Oh, look at them. How cool are they? Oh, they're well cool. So there's quite a few photo points which the park have set up inside, which is why we're moving slowly, because there's a lot of people coming along. Being put on Fairy Low. That's not even funny, is it? It's not even funny, Kurt.
And if by chance you see a lost fairy, don't get too close. You would be a
Fairy Low?
And one
No.
final heed of warning, as you've been
You're not feeling it,
I
are
don't think
you?
everyone's going to take that so lightly.
Oh no, possibly not.
Do not help. It would be a story you cannot tell. I have given you my stern advice. The forest holds magic deep inside. And on this Halloween, watch out. Keep those eyes open wide. Don't let
So of course, where there is a few photo points, is a bit of a blockade at points.
for the creatures
We'll keep our
you
distance,
don't
Kurt.
want to meet will be out on Halloween night.
Right inside my head.
This would normally be the exit here before you head up there. Is it a reindeer?
Hey, look, you gotta go down.
Was a home for the lost at Halloween, where I, the half-pixie fairy, ruled this land, filled with my friends from the kind to the mean. But something has gone tragically wrong, and the magic gone astray. My friends have been forgotten. They are no longer here to play.
That's not the soundtrack, isn't it?
Flickering
Yeah, it is.
fairies,
This one looks really good.
Yeah, it does look really good, doesn't it?
It's going to look really good at night. Lights.
Yeah.
You can see the lights under the trees on the floor.
Yeah, it's a nice spider area.
has changed it all. The spiders keep on crawling, and the trees are dead.
Hey, look up.
Fearing the eyes of each from here. So be careful where you turn, be careful where you tread. The creatures have awoken from the land of living dead. You may see them in their band, You may see them at night. Indoors they have their eye on you. Not as friendly as
There's some nice attention to detail in here. You can see it's obviously used for winter as well. It'll be interesting to see how they use this for winter this year.
go about their day. They encourage
These cobwebs are going to be a nightmare to get off, yeah. Absolute nightmare.
But do not touch or take anything from the innocent. The spirits will not let you win. They will never
Was it out? Right, slow down. Right, go stand in front, Ivy. Make something quick. Oh, as quick as you can. Let me get the spider in the background.
Oh, it's the eyes that were dotted around the park last year. I haven't seen any this year, actually. So again, at night, I think these were glow in the dark, from what I remember. I think they were glow in the dark ones. That's quite creepy, actually, isn't it? So hopefully later these lights aren't the ones that are on, and they've just got some sort of these mood lightings will be on instead. These will look really nice tonight. Yeah, I think certainly when we come back through later when it's dark, it's just going to feel like a completely different experience. Totally different experience, I think, later, Kurt, when we come back through in the dark.
My friends have been forgotten. They are no longer here to play.
A nice little projector, look.
It did look good a second ago.
I like that. That's a nice touch.
Thank you. Right, look at that one.
Lovely.
So be careful where you turn. Be careful where you tread. The creatures have woken from the land of living dead. You may see them in their band. You may see them at night.
Do you want me to take your photo, Kurt?
Huh?
Do you want me to take your photo?
No, it looks like Christmassy.
It's a bit Christmassy, isn't it? A little bit Christmassy.
The inhabitants of the forest will let you see how they go.
These look more like the hieroglyphics for the new ride, don't they? And there we have it. Good, that. Look at these, look. Bubbles and smoke coming out of here. That's well cool. I have to say, that is well cool, isn't it? That's a great effect they've got coming out there. That was a lovely little walkthrough, to be honest.
In the dark.
And I think in the dark, yeah, in the dark, that is going to come out really, really nicely. But that was a lovely walkthrough. I'd never enjoyed Trick or Treat because it was forced interaction for even adults, and I'm not one of these people who like to get involved in things like that. But that's a really calm walkthrough. It's got some really nice effects.
Yeah.
It's using some really nice projections, a little bit of a charm to it as well. I really enjoyed that, Kurt.
Yeah, and it's got
Impressed.
a lot of lights to light up. Like.
Yeah, I think it's going to look absolutely stunning tonight, and we will be back tonight as well to have a look. But really impressed with that. So that's the Forgotten Forest, and we were able to walk through there with you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, I thought that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All right, okay, we're going out to get some lunch, aren't we, Kurt?
Yeah.
But we thought we would look at this because we didn't see this on the way in. So the sea life scares are 1 star. They're in the Sea Life Centre. There's quite a long queue for the Sea Life Centre. I'm not sure we experienced that today. The Rainforest Scares we've just seen on the way past, 1 star. Tomb Blaster Alive is 1 star. Now Vampire Alive and Rattlesnake Alive are going to be 2 star, suitable for 5 years plus. with then the Forgotten Forest, which we've taken you through, Creepy Caves, and Elmer and the Monster, which we're not gonna show you Elmer and the Monster. We're not gonna show you too much of Elmer and the Monster today. Now, interestingly, 5 years plus a rattlesnake. I've not met many 5-year-olds that are 1.4 meters in height, so I think that's probably slightly misleading. But it'd be interesting to see how they do that. Now, I know the vampire one will be quite interesting. We are going to do vampire. Well, I think we're just going to do vampire after the maze, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to come out and eat now, and I think we'll be back in to do the maze at 3:30. We're going to take a few shots, obviously, and then I think we're going to do vampire later on this afternoon when it gets a little bit darker. But it's food time, Kurt. There's smoke bubbles, Kurt. How cool are they? That is cool. Smoke bubbles. I'm going to stand here for the rest of the day. I think I'll play with that. I genuinely think I'm going to hang around here for the rest of the day. Right, Kurt, that's Ben and Jerry's done.
Yeah.
That's Ben and Jerry's done.
Good.
It's now time. It's now time, Kurt.
Yes.
You're looking forward to this?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. It's time for Creepy Caves. We actually haven't done that many rides today, have we?
We've done a few.
We've done a few. We've taken a few shots.
We have moved quite slowly.
So the idea is, once we've done Creepy Caves, we're going to do Rattlesnake, the 2-star Rattlesnake, to meet some of the inhabitants in there. And then we're going to be looking to do Vampire at sort of dusk, aren't we?
Yeah, so hopefully, by the time we shoot on it, it should be darkish.
Hopefully it should be darkish, and then we can capture the rest of the park at night. Capture the rest of the
All
park.
these lights should come on the Forgotten Forest.
We've got to walk back through there as well, so we've got quite a lot to do actually. We've got our ticket's 3:30, as we said. It's in about 10 minutes time. It's a little bit of a queue, so let's say we don't get out till about 4, just say. Yeah. We've then got 3 hours, and we've got a lot to achieve in that 3 hours, including 2 of the major roller coasters, so we've got a lot to do. Yeah. We've got a lot to do, and I'm determined to stay till it's dark, because I love Chessington at night. I love it. So that's our next stop, down to Creepy Caves. So we did have a little bit of time actually, Kurt, didn't we? There was a bit of a queue for Creepy Caves, so we did have a little bit of time. So we thought we'd come down and check out the vampire and see these guys. The vampire's actually closed due to weather.
There's a lot of birds.
I mean, it doesn't feel that windy, does it, in fairness?
And it's not even raining, you know?
It's not raining or spitting. I mean, the ground is wet. I know I said it was raining earlier, but it's been spitting. I'm guessing... I can't even see anyone in the queue. I think it's completely emptied. There you go, that's a top class interaction you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, these are the inhabitants of the vampire. It's just a sad fact that the vampire's closed.
Is that actually fresh bird pool?
On where?
His umbrella.
Oh yeah. He stood in a really unfortunate place, to be fair, if that's all fresh.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say it has.
He should be glad he had that umbrella.
May I help you then?
We want to ride.
Well, I'm afraid Dracula nibbled down on one of our guests, and we have to clear up the mess.
It's a shame.
It's not a pretty sight.
No.
But please, stay for as long as you like. They're going to stay with us for some time.
Oh, no.
Creepy Caves, Kurt.
Yeah.
So here we are. So as we said earlier, Creepy Caves is now entering here and is exiting, well, it's in fact, Kurt, it's exactly the same route as what Creepy Caves was, oddly enough. They're not using the staircase this year, and I would imagine that's due to the fact the staircase is quite a high touch area.
Yeah.
So it saves cleaning it. And then obviously going in here and then basically following the route through which we followed through when it was a reptile house.
Yes.
Unless you get scared and then you come out of that door.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't come back out the entrance.
That's because I got scared.
That seemed like a waste of 15 quid.
Yeah, it probably was a waste of 15 quid. I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully we get batched alone. Hopefully we get batched alone.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah, so would I.
I think everyone else thinks so.
And look, we've even got little custom markers, look.
They look cool.
Yeah, they do look cool, don't they? They do look really cool.
Is that spider or is that body, legs, arms and
Oh, I think it's a hand.
Oh, okay, that's... okay.
I don't see a body and legs.
It doesn't look a spider, or one,
No.
2 legs, arms...
I think that's a hand, Kurt.
Oh, I thought it was a spider.
I think it's a hand. So, yeah, no Cody today. He doesn't like these.
It's definitely a hand.
So yeah, and also having it down here, there is a bit of a queue as well. Doesn't look particularly oversold like perhaps some of the other parks have looked.
Plus, we're a tiny bit early.
But there is, yeah, we are actually a little bit early. We got in at 3:25, 3:20, 3:20. Yeah, that's all right. But of course, there is more space to queue down here, which there isn't at the top. And of course, we need to distance, believe it or not. You might not believe it, people behind us, but we need to distance. That's why I like these. Fan of those. So we are on the 2-star motion for Rattlesnake, which has a 30-minute queue. 30 minutes of Rattlesnake, Kurt. We've already been on it today, but it is a bit moist now. I know not many people like that word, so I'm expecting a little bit more of a fly around, to be honest with you. Hopefully. No, I haven't seen anyone yet. Oh, here they are, here are the inhabitants.
What's y'all doing around here? Don't you know you're trespassing?
No.
Don't worry, your Trek's gonna sort you right out.
A nice little infraction. Even better. Oh, we're at a rest point. We're at a rest point at town by Tiger Rock, Kurt.
Yeah.
Tiger Rock. So what we've just done, we were queuing, as you can see, for Creepy Caves Resurgence. Now, they're batching individually, which is a fantastic start.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and remember as much of it as we can. So it is completely different in there.
Yeah, very.
Totally different. Not even really a resemblance on what it was.
Only bit that was the same was the scenery at the end, which was the start as before. Like
Yeah,
the fridge and stuff.
yeah, but it had been trashed.
Yeah,
Been trashed. So those that have been in Creepy Caves before, you used to walk down the staircase and you was to walk down into the caves. It was a laboratory. Get that one out. It was a lab. That's a better way of saying it. It was a lab, and it used to be a plant, and the plant used to be sort of this like toxic plant thing, and this is why I said Roots of Evil reminded me directly of it. From here you used to, and then kind of, you know, get taken over. The professor got taken over and you were sent into the maze. There were dark, there were strobe lights, and at the end you would come to sort of, I don't even know if it was a decontamination at the end, but it used to be an area completely whited out. Smoke used to come out the ground, and it used to sort of thank you for coming, you know, in a really strange way. But it was a really solid maze. Now the maze, we managed to get, I think, it's been here for the last 3 years, I believe, and we managed to get one run through where you don't come across children that are crying and have to be escorted from the maze.
And
so
then you've got to take them back a room or something.
And then you have to take them back a room. So I have to say, it is a real breath of fresh air being batched into there, just two of us.
Yes.
Now then, as we said, it's completely different. So you're entering where the exit is now. You're not going down into the cave, you're sort of walking into the cave. So it follows the route of the old Creepy Caves reptile house, exactly. I think there might be a few things in the middle, perhaps where it's been extended very slightly. Yeah. Now Creepy Caves isn't massive, it's not a massive maze. I reckon it was probably about 4 minutes total after the start. So now at the start you walk in and it is a bright white room still. Bright white, like really bright white. And then you're put into a decontamination chamber, and let me tell you now, after saying that Roots of Evil reminded me of Creepy Caves, the start of Creepy Caves reminded me of the start of the Sanctuary, which you didn't do. No. Kurt didn't do the Sanctuary.
I haven't done a maze at Orm's house at all.
Really? No, I should really take him, shouldn't I? It's coming next year. It's coming next year, because Cody we're going to drag in next year.
You nearly put me in Smile.
That was the Sanctuary.
Oh, you nearly did.
I nearly did.
Yeah, I didn't.
He was a bit young, bless him, for the Sanctuary. So he didn't go to Sanctuary. But it reminded me of the Sanctuary. Sanctuary, you went in, you were put in like a little tight booth, and white lights flashed, and little smoke and air came up, and you were decontaminated. Exactly the same process. Funnily enough, actually, the entrance bit, the welcome bit, is really well put together, because again, you've got the bright white lights just for the announcements to say, are you happy to go in? And then when it says this is a scare maid, all the lights turn red. It's really well timed, really well thought out. Certainly not thrown together. Now once you're inside and you've gone through the decontamination, you're sent into the maze itself. And it's very different. I think last year it sort of looked like mutants, didn't it? I don't know if they look that mutant-y this year, to be fair. Now it is very dark in places, very dark in places. There are strobe lights, proper strobe lights. There is one room that strobes white and then strobes red, which is really, really confusing. And there's quite a lot of actors in there, and they are well hidden.
And you cannot see them.
You cannot see them. So they're hiding behind doors. Kurt walked into a door.
Yeah, I did walk into.
He walked into a door that didn't open.
Yeah, it's because it was a double door.
Actor laughed at him. Actor laughed at him. He found it quite funny. And the actors hide behind doors, but they can also just stand in the corner. It's so dark. They're pretty much dressed in black. Now, a lot of them have neon lights as masks. And
They
this
light
is,
up when they turn
you
on.
just don't see it. And even I will say, you know, I don't jump much. I don't think there was any like heavy jumps from me in there, but it's quite a lot of tension. But one thing that really did get me is when the first guy with the neon light literally appeared in my face, because I couldn't see him. And he just switched the light on, and all of a sudden you're like, there's a face hovering in the middle of nowhere. And then the strobe lights hits and you can see them. And then kind of as you walk through, there's a nice neon room as well, actually, isn't there? There's a really nice neon room, really nice lighted room.
Neon.
There's lots of neon in there. And you go through the room and you come out the other side and there's like metal all around the edge. And I don't remember this from last year.
No.
And you've got some guy banging the crap out of it and you can't always see him. You can't always see him.
One guy, it had like a window, so he was one side, and then when you walk around, he was also the other.
Yeah, yeah. Really, really clever. And then of course you get to the end of the maze. Now it does pay homage to old creepy caves.
Yeah.
Because you walk in, the window is still there, the plant is still there, the fridge and the laboratory is still there. However, it's been completely trashed. So it's literally like it's been taken over. So where you walked in last year and all the you know, laboratory stuff was all set up, all of it was broken, all of it was damaged, the fridge was pushed over. And then the guy stands there at the end and there's little fireworks. There's little fireworks.
Yeah.
They just sort of spark up into an S.
White firework.
Yeah, white sparks up into an S. And while you're focused on this guy behind you, some guy comes behind you and starts banging the crap out the wall and the fridge. It is just something else. And then you exited the maze. So yeah, it's quite intense. I will say it's quite intense. It's one of the better ones I've experienced this year, and I think we said before as well when we've been to Chessington for Creepy Caves that it's really underrated, really underrated. And if you got a run through on the old Creepy Caves without a child screaming and an actor breaking character, it was amazing. And of course, there was no break character today, was there? Absolutely none.
Nope.
Oh yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's £5, £5. So the other parks, they're £10 for the maze. Alton does a little bit of a deal. You can get annual pass discount. I think it worked out about £22.40 for 3 mazes, which I didn't do. I only did the attic when I went to Alton Towers. I wasn't really interested in the other two, to be honest with you. Creepy Caves has always been good, and I really wish a couple of years ago I'd done the extreme version. But it's £5 at Chessington. Yeah, you don't get annual pass discount, but it's £5.
And then even the extreme one was only 10, wasn't it?
Extreme one, yeah, I think the extreme one was only 10, 15, potentially 15. Obviously there's no extreme one at the moment because of the current pandemic and everything that's going on.
They can't touch you.
No, and they're not touching you, but they, you know, they're wearing masks under their masks, you can see, and they're getting close, and it's good. It's
They're
good.
like surgical masks, and
Yeah.
they're normal masks. So
Yeah, and it works well. So yeah, you're kind of being sent in to look around. You're probably best not to, in honesty. But it's dark. It is dark. The lighting is fantastic, and the way some of the lights sort of change as well with the mood. You know, it'll be a really bright announcement, and all of a sudden the announcement will go low, and it'll tell you that things are happening, and it will go red. It's so well timed. It's unbelievably well timed. A real thought's gone into that. If the actors
didn't jump out and sort of like in you, so you knew to go the other way, you would definitely get lost.
Yeah, potentially.
Because it is really dark.
Yeah, I've been in darker mazes, to be fair, around, but it's still dark in there.
If you take a 10-year-old in,
yeah,
like it says.
Yeah, I mean, for a 10-year-old, you know, Cody went through there. He was scared when he went through there. I have a feeling it's just got really quiet. Actually, I have a feeling just while we're standing here that Tiger Rock has ceased operation.
Yeah, that's
good. And everyone's piling up. So I'm guessing there'll be loads of boats around here not doing a lot.
The music, everything
stops. Well, the music stops. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, it's given up. It's given up. Just thought we'd show you that while we're here.
Struggling this morning.
There we go. Look, they're going to exit people from it. Probably shouldn't. Sure, we won't look at them. But yeah, Creepy Caves. I tell you, that is one of the favourite mazes I've done this year. It's short, sharp, to the point. It wasn't ruined by anything. They're being evacuated. We were just about to go on Tiger Rock. Haven't seen an evacuation on it? Well, off they get. Down they come. We were just about to go on Tiger Rock, weren't we?
Yeah. Not now.
Guessing we're not now. So yeah. Then we've gone down to Rattlesnake. Seems quite a long speech this. We've gone down to Rattlesnake. Said 30-minute queue, it's walk on.
Literally.
And we've noticed actually quite a few of the queue times are exaggerated quite heavily today, in fairness. And the actors, there's 2 actors at the end, which you probably saw, and they interact really, really well, really well. We'd like to get to the vampire and hope the vampire is going to be open. It's kind of, I don't know if it's our next stop. We want to wait for it to get a bit darker, but it's shortly, isn't it? It's going to be shortly, and see how they interact there. But yeah, really impressed. Really impressed. Really good actors down there. Yeah. They could really scare you. You know, if those rattlesnake ones, if that was quite a big queue and they were coming out of places, they could really take you by surprise. They're quite well dressed, again, banging. Dark, yeah, dark, banging around. So it's really good. It's really good that Chessington are being a little bit more edgy, shall we say.
And they were still jumping out and trying to scare like
and they were still,
kids
yeah,
earlier.
exactly. They're still chasing the really the same audience as what you see at Thorpe. And I've always said, you know, family theme parks aren't all about the children. They're about the family. You're slightly older than the average person that would come to Chessington World of Adventures.
Yeah.
But we still have a good day, and we just enjoyed Creepy Caves.
On tight at all times.
There he is.
Hold on to any cameras.
And don't put your arms outside.
So it's a Zufari trek. Now, Zufari, it's very loud, I don't know if you can hear me, but Zufari shuts an hour before sunset, and sunset is in an hour and 5 minutes time. And it's walk on. I'll repeat that at the end in case you can't hear me.
Yes, the colour comes from
He's
the
loving it.
of scripts and prints. Cool, eh? As you continue
What's he
on your
looking at?
journey, remember that all of our expedition vehicles
What is he looking
are
at?
the very latest in satellite tracking technology, so we can keep track of you throughout your journey. The reserve is now home to a family of scimitar-horned oryx.
Look at them.
Yes, but sadly now they're extinct in the wild. But those that live here are part of an international breeding program to help re-establish the species in North
That's a
Africa.
giraffe as
That's
well.
good news.
Keep an eye out, researchers. Our satellites show you should be close to seeing some giraffes. Giraffes! Wow!
Or, to use their scientific name, Camelopardalis.
They got their name because they look like a cross between a camel and a leopard.
Put the 2 together and you get Camelopardalis.
Now, look closely, everyone, and make
Yeah,
note of how many
they know it's
animals
gonna rain,
see,
those
so
guys.
that we can document the number of
They know it's going to
In
rain.
the wild, the giraffe population has dropped by 40%
Oh, but look at this one.
in the past 30 years due to poaching and habitat loss.
The Chessington Conservation Fund supports giraffe conservation by funding scientific research, field surveys, and improving security of the reserves.
There he is, look.
Giraffes are some of the most amazing creatures on the planet.
They can live up to 25 years in the wild and can grow as tall as 6 meters. That's 18 feet.
That's as tall as a house.
Yes, and their long legs help them run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour.
Zufari is home to many different animals. You will probably be able to see some antelope with a white blaze on their faces. These are called blesbok. Once the most abundant antelope species of the African plains, they became an endangered species during the early colonization of South Africa, when they were hunted for skin and meat.
Whoa. That, Kurt, is what we call perfect timing.
Yep. Big queue on there.
No, so that's Zufari there. I mean, the hippos? They're not hippos, are they? They're rhinos. The rhinos are already in. I haven't seen the flamingos in about 10 years, to be honest, so I don't know if they still live here. They never stop and announce the flamingos anymore. But it's good to see the giraffes out, and it's good to see the antelope out as well in the actual open area part. So yeah, that was good. Really good ride. You know, walk on. And I said to Kurt on the way in, I was like, well, they shouldn't shut for another 15 minutes. But if I was them, I'd probably just rock up now and shut now. And they have. Looks like we got last ride of the day. Happy days. Now it is windy. We said earlier about the vampire being closed due to weather. I'll tell you what, when you when you look over there at the trees, it is surprisingly windy. Kind of hoping the vampire sort of stays open, Kurt.
Yeah, it's been shut due to
It has been shut due to weather, and it looked all right earlier, and it didn't feel too bad. Didn't feel too bad, did it? But looking at it, actually,
It's feeling quite windy now.
it's quite windy. It's quite windy. So we have done an update on the drop tower. So have a look on our channel. That'll have been up before this vlog. That is just over there. Work is progressing very fast on that. But we are now going to head down to Vampire, I think, before trying to do nighttime walkthrough of the forgotten something forest. Yeah, Kurt knows the drill. We have made it to Vampire. I don't think we need to rush for this queue. I don't think it's going to be, I think it's going to be stopped somewhere. So we decided, we walked up the top and then we decided we'd hit Gruffalo. Gruffalo advertised at a, what, 40-minute queue, Kurt?
Yeah.
Walk on. And of course the lights are coming on, look. Vampire lights are coming on. And the vampires are out. Look at this, look. We've got a little bit of extra scenery. We've got a nice little shed here. I like that. You know what the worrying thing is? This should be here all year round. Just all this scenery.
Yeah.
Look at this. So advertised at 20 minutes. It is here, but obviously we will be distancing. And when we come to another live person, we'll let you know. It's the lighting, Kurt.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They are indeed alive in the Vampire queue, Kurt.
Huh?
They're alive.
Yeah.
Complete with stepladder and dustbin. They're alive. So it's the Vampire too, thank God. Come we're kind of hoping that it gets dark. Kind of hoping it gets dark, aren't we? Yeah.
I think it will.
I think it will. By the time we get on, we're hoping we've got a bit of darkness, but it's certainly getting there. Look at. Look.
That's good.
That's some lovely light in it. Again, this lighting should. Was it already here? I don't know.
Alright.
It's nice though, doesn't it?
Yeah, this looks good.
I was expecting someone to be in that.
Yeah, it should have an actor here.
Yeah.
Rather than have a free like that.
Oh, you got the burnt smell. You got the hex smell, is what I like to call it in here now. The hex smell. Oh, it's lovely. Really, just sort of smells old.
Hello, my friends. Welcome. Enjoy the ride.
Well, it's hard to get bored of the theme here, isn't it?
He fits quite well.
Ah.
I bet he's the one who does man that area out there.
Vampire, it's not quite night, is it? But it's going to be close. It's not quite night, but it's going to be close. Sadly, the park's not open late, and the clocks go back tomorrow, so it's not going to be dark. But still, it's vampire time, people. So it is slightly darker than the GoPro's making it look, I'd argue. There is the creepy caves, a Resurgence. Don't really make much of a difference if you do it at night or the daytime, because it's all indoors. Vampire. That's Vampire we've just been on. I have to say, that's the fastest ride I've had on Vampire that I can remember. I've been riding this thing, honestly, into like stupid amount of times I've ridden it. What we said about creepy caves, they're the masts. They're the masts, those ones there that pop out of you out of absolutely nowhere. And I'm glad you can see that, because it gives you an opportunity to know what you're up against. Yeah, Vampire, lightning flying around the track. It's obviously been running all day, and it is raining now. Not spitting, it's raining now. Now then, we're going to queue for the Forgotten Forest, because it's going to be dark. It's not pitch black. It's actually darker than what the GoPro makes it look. But it's dark enough that I'm hoping that, you know, the lights have taken over and you'll be able to see what's going on. So we're going to head into the Forgotten Forest for a nighttime shot. I think it should look quite good in here.
Yep.
And I know people will say they diss me slightly for not going through the gardens at Alton Towers. I can hear that one coming before the video's even gone up. But there's theming here. Remember, there's theming.
Where I, the half-pixie fairy, ruled this land. Filled with my friends from the kind to the new. A mist has formed upon us, fearing the eyes of each from kin. So be careful where you turn, be careful where you tread. New creatures have awoken from the land of living dead. You may see them in their band, you may see them at high tea, but be warned they have their eye on you, not as friendly as you see. The inhabitants of the forest will let you see how they go about their day. They encourage you to take photos. Please do so as you go on your way. But do not touch or take anything. Take caution at the bubbling caverns. Keep an eye out for the ghosts and the ghouls. And if by chance you see a lost fairy, don't let you go. you venture towards the well. The voice of a man cries out as if he's stuck. Do not help. It would be a story you cannot tell. I have given you my stern advice. The forest holds magic deep inside. And on this Halloween, watch out. Keep those eyes open wide. Don't let the twinkling lights make you feel that all is right. For the creatures you don't like to meet will be out on Halloween night. My friends have been forgotten. They are no longer here to play. No flickering fairy village lights. No flute playing angry falls. No pesky pixie spells for flowers. Forgotten magic has troubles to tell. The spiders keep on crawling, and the trees stay listening and in. A mist has formed upon us, fearing the eyes of each pumpkin. So be careful where you turn, be careful where you tread. The creatures have woken from the land of the living. You may see them in their land, you may see them at night. They have their eye on you. Friendly as the habitants of the forest will let you see how they go about their day. They encourage you to take them. But do not touch or take anything. What you will, they will never get out of Take caution at suburban cabins. Keep an eye out for ghosts in the
For heaven's sake, someone please help me. Goodness gracious, there's rats everywhere. Right, the weather is really closing in, to be honest with you. It's got very windy and it's got wet, hasn't it, Kurt?
Yeah,
it's got wet. That was the Forgotten Forest. Oh, what a beautiful walkthrough, what a beautiful walkthrough. You know, I know Alton Towers with the gardens is lovely and scenic and it does look gorgeous. I've always liked the Alton Towers gardens. You know, this is a themed adventure. There's scenery in there, there's some lights in there, some special effects in there. It just looks amazing. Really, really good walkthrough. I'm really, really impressed with that. Like, really impressed. That and Creepy Caves Resurgence have been top notch. I have to say, Kurt, it's one of the best days I've had out this Halloween. Yeah. It's one of the best days I've had out this Halloween.
And at Chessington.
And at Chessington, yeah. I can't, you know, enough.
Walked on after.
I mean, Elmer doesn't interest me in the slightest. I can't even try and pretend it does. So we've not really looked at the Elmer show. The interaction on Rattlesnake and Vampire has been very good. We haven't gone over the Tomb Blaster. I think it's a lower one anyway, isn't it? And I'm not going to queue for Tomb Blaster again. Where it's raining, people that are still in the park are either Vampire, Dragon, Serial, Tomb Blaster. So yeah, there's half hour left, and we're calling it a day. We're calling it a day. It's been a fantastic day here at at Chessington World of Adventures, and I think it would be rude of me to say it hasn't. In terms of safety-wise, it's felt busy.
Yeah.
Has felt busy.
But then we have walked on half the rides.
But we've caught it very lucky with some of the rides today, to be fair. We've caught it very lucky, and we've gotten everything we wanted to get on, some twice. And you know, people have been really good with distancing. There's been a few. I did have an argument with someone in the Creepy Caves queue that can't read. But yeah, it's been really good. Genuinely, no complaints. Fantastic day. Absolutely fantastic. We're just going to have a look at Fury.
It looks a bit dead, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe not.
No.
It did look it from that angle.
It says 5 minutes. I think it was shut because of the weather, and then they've reopened it, and every man and his dog is now running towards it. It's nice to see the dragon, the old Frazzle.
But now it's shut because of the weather, and now reopened, it's getting worse.
I know, the weather looks like, I mean, if you can see these trees moving, the weather looks like it's got far, far worse. It's supposed to be a horrible night tonight. It's good to see Frazzle's got some lights, though. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, good, very good.
Yeah, you like the attractions?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, I think it was good. So for once, we're actually going to end in the park at night time in front of a ride rather than at the car. And it has been a fantastic, I can't recommend it enough. It has been a fantastic day at Chessington. Rides have been a bit on and off, but look at the weather. We're approaching 7 o'clock, everything's still going strong. You know, no complaints. What a day, what a day. If you come down here, Creepy Caves is an absolute bargain, but the wind is picking up, so we're going to leave it there. From Chessington World of Adventures, my name's Adam, and Kurt here. This is UK Theme Parks. It's time to go back with the car park. We'll see you next time.